We back in the building.
And we back, baby.
This is the Division Podcast, people. Episode
number 16.
How y'all doing out there, America? Broadcasting live from the AOC studios.
Yes, sir.
Live downtown Lafayette, where it is cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
We are in the building.
As a polar bear's toenails right now.
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm your moderator, Ryan G. As always, we got the usual suspects, fellas.
First.
You got Mr. Taylor.
And I'm Reggie F. Baby.
What the F stand for, Reg?
Flugents.
All day
F
long,
baby.
man.
Know what it is.
Man, we got a lot going on in the sports world, different topics we want to touch on, but y'all know how we do as always. We're going to start off with what happened this past weekend. We called it Bloody Sunday for Saints and Cowboys fans. Patriots, y'all had the a bye. Y'all had the week off.
The Ravens handled business.
We had a day off.
Man, so the scores go as such. Chicago Bears 20, Detroit Lions 13. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson,
It's
MVP.
the MVP.
Candidate. He a candidate right
He
now.
gonna
49
get this,
to
man.
13.
I like
49 to
Christian
13.
McCaffrey.
You got the Buffalo Bills 16, Cleveland 19. Kansas City Chiefs losing to the Tennessee Titans 35-32. That was a good game. New Orleans Saints losing to the Atlanta Falcons 26-9.
In blowout fashion.
At the Superdome. The New York Jets 34 beating the Giants 34-27. You have the Tampa Bay Bucks. I picked Arizona to win, but they lost 30-27. The Indianapolis Colts losing to the Miami Dolphins. That's 2 in a row for the Dolphins.
They got the longest streak.
Check out the Dolphins.
You got the Green Bay Packers 24-16 over the Carolina
I picked them
Panthers.
Dolphins.
You got the Pittsburgh Steelers 17, the Los Angeles Rams 12. They have that Super Bowl hangover, definitely. They're not performing like they were last year. And my Dallas Cowboys took that L to Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings 28-24. And the one score that you do not see on there is the Monday night game.
Good job, Vikings.
You had the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
And the Seattle Seahawks took it at the end of overtime. A lot of people said that was a great game, greatest game I ever seen. I didn't see it.
Yes,
I didn't think it was a good game.
a fantastic game.
I thought it was a sloppy game.
It was worth every minute, all 5 quarters.
I thought it was a sloppy game, but Russell Wilson went ahead and pulled it out at the end. So where are we going to go first, fellas? Where are we going to go first? Saints?
Saints took that L.
Saints took the L. Let's speak on it. Let's talk about it, man.
Bitter. Real bitter.
Who that?
26-9. Richie F., what you got, man?
Basically, we took a L.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucked, man.
I mean, look,
it wasn't even a good showing.
I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, it was a rival game. It was a divisional game, and it doesn't matter what team is on fire when you play against a divisional opponent that know pretty much all your moves, what you like to do. It makes the game tougher, and I think it was a combination of the Falcons being 1-7. We overlooked them. We was on a bye week. We've been winning, and I think it all came together and exploded in our face this past Sunday.
So should y'all waited and brought Drew Brees back after the bye week?
No, that don't have nothing to do with it because he performed really well going into the bye week. So that's
I heard he would have had that momentum coming out of the bye week. Ted to take him into the bye week.
Well,
Teddy B.
I mean,
his first game back, he was gonna do his thing.
We could all say what could have happened. You know what I mean? We could all do that. But my thing is, I think that it was a mental thing.
That's what happened. The Falcons walked in there like Rambo, and they walked out the super dump with that big M16.
Wow.
Went in there and handled business.
So I'm in the middle of talking about the Saints, and that's what you're going to do?
Well, no. First ask me. Continue. Continue.
So you come in with 2 of them?
Continue, man. Continue.
Oh,
y'all done burned me.
Come
Continue.
on, man. You earned those.
He been waiting for that.
With 26
so long.
Hold on, man. We didn't discuss all of that, man, because I could have come with some ammunition, too. You know what? That's
26-9
on,
to a 1-17 in the Superdome. You deserve every bit of those means.
You wrong for that, Ryan.
Keep them
The
coming,
face
Ryan.
you make when you back up to 6-0 and you 1-2.
Keep
It's
them
facts.
coming.
That is facts. That's it. That's all I got. Continue.
Look who y'all talking about, though. Y'all talking about Breeze like that. That's all good.
Man, y'all took one
Who
L.
the Saints got
Man, we
coming
can't
up
clown,
next?
man.
All
Stop
right.
being so sensitive,
Okay,
man.
It is hurt.
I'm going to continue with this, and then we could carry on.
When you lost to the Jets, you didn't even come.
At the end of the day,
Well, no. I was out of town.
At the end of the day,
You wasn't here?
Continue, man. Let's go, man.
At the end of the day, the Saints is 7-2. So I'm not concerned about what happened last week. That was last week. Yeah. We're gonna get over it. It was a complete mental breakdown by everybody, the coaches, the players, everybody, and it won't happen again.
I agree. What did Kamara do? I didn't even get the stats.
No, he didn't do much.
Nobody did nothing.
I just
really.
saw every time I looked around, Breeze had a bunch of people around.
Everybody just put their uniforms on and showed up to the game. That's it. Period.
That's what it looked like.
So they were just a little lackadaisical. They weren't ready for it.
A bye hungover.
Yeah,
I mean, but if you got a 1-17 coming in, you're thinking you're just gonna run over them. I guess Atlanta, because nobody thought Matt Ryan was gonna play.
Well, I tell you what. We lost, and like I said, at the end of the day, we 7-2. I would much rather lose and be 7-2 than 5-4. You know what I mean? So you gotta,
and you just gotta bring us up. Look, we're talking about the same. We're just being objective, man. Look, we talking about the loss y'all had. This is the first time, really, I believe, on the podcast. Y'all really done took that loss since like week 1. So take your medicine, man.
I am.
Take your medicine.
I am, and I'm also sharing it with you.
5-4. We still lead our division though, but we'll get the Cowboys in a second. Mr. Fur.
Yeah, baby.
Y'all looking
Ravens,
good, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
we looking
good,
Super Bowl ready, but hey, we're gonna take it game by game.
So what you got on them, man? What
Ravens
you got on
beat the Bengals, man. We went into there, hostile environment, a division game. We went in there, handled business.
Hostile environment. Hold up. Boy,
man,
ain't nothing hostile
game,
about that environment. Boy, go ahead.
Man, it's division, man. Obviously, division matters. The Saints just lost.
Hold on, time out. Yeah, my brother. I'm gonna have to agree with Waylon on that. I mean, I know you wanted to.
This was our trap game. We call this a trap game.
I know you wanted to sound good, but
no, this really was our trap game.
It's nothing hostile about going to Cincinnati.
Ravens beat the Bengals 49-13 behind Lamar Jackson's 15 for 17, 223 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. Lamar also had 7 carries for 65 yards and a rushing touchdown, which I'm sure you've seen.
Play of the year.
I'm sure you've seen it.
Counterclockwise spin.
Oh, my God. Make the defenders run into each other.
He good.
If that's not Michael Vick-ish, I don't know what is.
Matter of fact,
I like Lamar.
I think it's Lamar Jackson-ish.
Let me help you out. Lamar Jackson right now has more passing touchdowns than Tom Brady, Jared Goff, Phillip Rivers, Kyler Murray.
At 22 years old.
He also has more rushing yards than Todd Gurley, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, and David Johnson. So he's doing the work of 2 positions.
No MVP? Come on.
He's in the discussion.
He got to be front runner, man.
I still like Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, man, he got to be front runner, man.
That is some remarkable stats. I had no idea he was leading all of those people.
Christian McCaffrey is single-handedly toting the Panthers.
Whatever. And to finish off the Ravens stats, Mark Ingram 9 carries, 34 yards and a touchdown. Marquise Hollywood Brown had 4 catches, 80 yards and a touchdown. I think Lamar Jackson's favorite receiver would be the tight end, Mark Andrews, and it's been showing. He had 6 catches, 53 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the old sweet Marcus Peters had him another pick six.
I saw that.
So that's a great. That was a great addition, man. That's like I said, we got the best secondary in the league, and it's starting to show.
Yeah, shout out to Marcus Peters. That was nice.
I got something to say about that best secondary in the league.
Hold on. We handled y'all before bye week, so you can go ahead and say what you got to say.
We got a team coming off a bye.
And what team? Didn't we just play each other?
The best defense in the game.
Didn't we just play each other?
The best defense in the game.
Didn't we just play each other?
Yeah, Waylon, kill it.
What we got going on in the Cowboys?
Please kill that conversation.
He want to talk about Cowboys.
Boy, see, whenever they start talking about them Patriots, Waylon sure like to move that conversation, boy.
Just keep it going.
We move that conversation
you don't talk about this no more.
And Reg, just to keep it fair, everybody was talking about the black cat against the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the black cat, I guess maybe the black cat was kind of following us.
Why did y'all put that on y'all Jumbotron?
Why y'all want to be that? Why y'all want to be boys? Why y'all don't be men? Maybe if y'all be men, y'all might win games. Y'all so crunk about being boys. Y'all like, we want to be them boys. Okay,
do you have football commentary?
Be the boys.
Any football commentary?
Be the boys.
Okay, I'll get to it. We took an L, 28-24.
Another L,
to the Minnesota Vikings. I didn't talk during your Saints.
DJ Khaled, another
Dalvin Cook straight slaughtered us. He was running over people. We couldn't stop the run game, which we ain't been able to really stop a good running back run game all year. Dak, his best game of the year, and the coaching just messed it up. When they were supposed to call pass plays, they called run plays. When they were supposed to call run plays, they called pass plays. It was crazy. There was no way Minnesota was supposed to go in there and beat us, and Dalvin Cook just balled. So much respect to the Vikings right now.
Did you take your
We're
medication?
not playing like
Did you take
like we're a Super Bowl contender. We're not. Just the simple God's honest truth. We're not. I blame the coaching. Point blank. Period.
I got something to say about this, Ryan. If we go back on the first couple episodes when y'all was 3-0. You praised the coach. This new coaching system, they're letting Dak throw the ball. They're letting.
I praised the offensive coordinator.
Now?
Go back and check. I praised the offensive coordinator. At the end of the day, Jason Garrett. This is what Jason Garrett does on the sideline. If you do good or if you do bad.
I thought Kellen Moore was calling the plays.
No, but when it comes down to it, if Jason Garrett says we're gonna run right here, you call a run. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna call the run, and that's pretty much what happened.
Going to what first said. Well, then I mean. They was doing that when they was 3-0, and you didn't say nothing about Jason Garrett.
But I'm saying it now, man. You change your opinion as information changes. Information
changes.
As good teams,
as y'all play good teams.
No, you change your opinion.
People
when you start losing.
Got our number, man.
When you start losing, you change your opinion because.
Okay, so should we change the opinion on the Saints and put Teddy Bridgewater back in there since he went 6-0?
I never.
Should we change the opinion on them?
I never said
okay,
that.
Then. Okay, then.
See, I don't go back.
As information changes and you get new information, you are entitled to change your opinion on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being a realist about it.
Hold on. If that's true,
if
that's true, how come whenever the Saints lose a game, you don't hear me bashing my coaches? Yeah. You don't hear me bashing Sean Payton. You don't hear me bashing the offensive coordinator. Who we talk about? The players on the field that didn't perform.
Give it time.
He want to bash the whole administration office.
Yeah, Reg, you never got on the chat line that all of us be on in the mornings daily. Be on the chat line, never bashing what your players did. Didn't come out ready.
Never Sean Payton, bro. It's not Sean Payton.
You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real.
It's not Sean Payton.
So moving on, that's Cowboy business. Because whenever I talk Cowboys, I can't get my analysis out. Saints can always get their analysis out, but that's fine. At the end of the day, who do we have next?
Who y'all got next?
Y'all got Detroit. Y'all got the Lions. Y'all about to lose again.
Oh, Detroit
again.
If Stafford ain't playing, it's just we not looking like I'm not liking how
y'all gonna be 5-5. That's so ugly. So about to be 500, Ryan.
So to move on, hey, it is what it is, bro. Moving on to the awards for the week. Offensive play. What?
What about the Pats?
The Pats didn't play.
I know, but
we got the Eagles at 3:00.
What happened the week before y'all bye? What y'all coming off of a win or a loss?
That was on the last podcast.
Yeah, we did kind of.
I was just trying to remind everybody.
When we ever went back 2 weeks?
AFC Offensive Player of the Week, y'all.
Lamar Jackson, baby.
So y'all been sitting on that
223 passing yards, 65 rushing, a perfect passer rating of 158.3.
For the second time this year.
And total touchdowns, he had 4. So he balled out, man. He's definitely in the MVP conversation. AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Jamal Adams. LSU product.
He's still balling, even though they wanted to trade him on a cool.
9 tackles, 2 sacks.
They're going to be sick they ever do that, though.
2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
LSU.
He's definitely been handling his business.
That's LSU, man.
Can't replace that.
NFC Offensive Player of the Week, and he deserved it because he made us look stupid. Dalvin Cook, 97 rushing yards, 86 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. He looked good, and I was telling Waylon that we were watching the game together at my house. We have trouble with good elite running backs. We just do.
And what about y'all elite running back?
We ain't discussing that. We're talking about the players of the week right now.
30 yards?
Defensive Player of the Week. Jadeveon Clowney traded from the Houston Texans, doing his thing with the Seattle Seahawks. He had 5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So he's definitely been helping out that Seattle defense and making them a Super Bowl contender right now, man.
Zeke on a diet, man. I think he on a vegan diet.
Man, look.
He not eating no more meat.
He ain't eating no more.
Zeke acting like he's still running in the sand in Cabo, straight up. And it looked like he didn't gain some weight. I don't know, bro.
Look like he gained weight.
Hey, Ryan, is that the same line that y'all had like all the other years when they was considered like the best lineman?
We still got our center. We still got our left tackle, right tackle. Guard got hurt. He's out. He's out for like 6
So y'all -1 on the front 4, on the front 5.
That's probably causing all the problem.
I think Lyle Collins too. I don't know if he played for
Blame
sure.
Cabo.
I know.
Hashtag blame Cabo.
NFL passing leaders, y'all. We're gonna get into these passing leaders.
Cartoon
right
segment, baby. Here we go.
Number 1 at 28-16, Phillip Rivers.
Phillip.
Number 2, my boy Dak, 27-77. He doing his thing.
Not that exciting.
That's
when
why
you're losing.
Jason Garrett, keep throwing the
What time?
keep throwing the ball, cuz. Number 3, Jameis Winston, 27-65. Russell Wilson, 27-37 in fourth place.
MVP.
And Aaron Rodgers coming off that win, 27-18.
What time at?
Look at Aaron Rodgers.
Time's not on there.
Aaron Rodgers is some
Time
trash.
not on there.
Rushing
Like Aaron
yards.
Rodgers, man?
At number 1, Dalvin Cook, 991. Christian McCaffrey, 989.
MVP.
They
Nicky
eat.
Chubb,
Wow.
They eating.
919. Carson from Seattle, 853. And Derrick Henry, he's been a beast for me in fantasy,
And let me
832.
remind you that
Thanks to who?
Christian McCaffrey got about 600 receiving yards.
Thanks to who, Ryan?
Yeah, he
Who?
is.
Who what?
Henry.
Henry? No, I drafted Henry. I didn't get Henry from you.
Boy, you didn't draft Henry. Me and you traded for Fournette and Henry in the beginning of the season.
Yep.
See how you, man, you
Man,
don't
look,
remember nothing,
hey,
man.
I forgot, man.
Man,
I
we
forgot.
traded before the season even started.
That's because of
man.
other activities that we do in our free time. Anyway, number 1, receiving yards.
Guilty pleasure.
1027 is Michael Thomas. He's
Let's
still
go,
holding
baby.
that number 1
Saints,
spot.
baby. 1,000 yards receiving
The only
already.
receiver with 1,000
The only
yards.
receiver with 1,000 yards. Holla at me.
Number 2 is Evans, 924 from the Bucks. Amari Cooper, number 3, 848. He made some catches.
He's
in
so
that
good.
game.
He really good though.
Man, he was doing that in
Amari Cooper's so good.
Antonio
Just-
Brown toe touch. He was doing his thing.
Just think how much better you do with the
Marquise
Saints.
Godwin, don't you say it. That's sacrilegious, ball. Marquise Godwin out of the Bucks, 840. And Tyler Lockett, he suffered an injury, but he's still bringing up the rear
Tyler
fit.
Lockett, number 5.
793.
Yep.
So that is the league leaders right now. And
All
let's take a look at these division leaders, man. Let's take a look at the division leaders and see exactly what we're doing as far as it comes to that. And
Amari Cooper gonna leave y'all soon.
Look like the
he
Pats
ain't
got
going nowhere. He about to get paid. He
look
about
like
to
the
get
Pats
paid.
got the best record in the game. So again.
These are the standings through week 10. AFC North leader, Baltimore Ravens at 7-2. AFC East leader is the New England Patriots at 8-1.
Say it loud.
AFC South 6-3. It's the Ravens and
And
the
the
Texans.
Texans this
That's
week.
gonna be a game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a game.
Oh, yeah. It's in Houston, huh?
Yeah.
I will say this: the Pats is 8-1, and that one loss come from the real team they played all year.
Baltimore.
AFC West, Kansas City 6-4. They look mortal. They look very mortal
They
right
better
now.
get a win this week.
NFC North 8-2. Green Bay Packers. We still leading the NFC East 5-4. Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on.
New Orleans Saints. Say it after I finish everything.
Okay, we'll
NFC
finish.
South 7-2. New
Let's
Orleans
go.
Saints, and their first loss they suffered at the hands of Seattle. San Francisco 49ers 8-1. What you got, Mr. Reg?
So out of everybody that's leading the division, y'all have the worst record out of everybody.
Don't
Says-
matter.
says a
Just
lot
win your
about your division.
baby. Just win your division. I don't care about all that. Win your division. Get in the playoffs.
5-5, huh?
5 games and you're leading your division.
Y'all going 5-5.
Man,
after
get
this week.
get in the playoffs. That's it. Win your division. Get in the playoffs.
Make
That's
the
y'all
playoffs.
problem now. That's y'all problem now.
No, you
That's
need to
our.
get-
But well, thank
need
you
to-
for pointing out our problem. It's good you can say point out our problem when you got an MVP candidate on your squad.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
hey.
You didn't believe that at the beginning of the season.
Ryan,
but it's all
Ryan,
good,
hold
man.
on. I thought when it was 3-0, he was saying Dak was an MVP prospect.
$40 million.
He's still, second in the league in passing. Come on now.
How much he worth right now, Ryan? Honestly, in your eyes, if you had
32.
to, if you had to,
32.
Come
He's
on,
second
man.
in the league in passing, man.
if you had to cut the check, Ryan,
32 mil.
it's not about his person.
30. You asked me the question. Like Waylon told you last week. You asked me the question. I'm answering the question.
It's
That's
not
right.
32 million.
It's not
That's
about
right.
his.
See, could Reg ask questions and then want to divert the question somewhere else?
If
32
you
mil,
don't say
bro.
what he wants you to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because
32 mil.
He got a mind already in his
You
yeah.
talking?
It's in
You
his mind,
talking
so if you
about
don't say it,
personal
it's
stats?
different.
I'm not talking about personal
You
stats.
asked me how much I believe Dak should get paid. I said 32.
Okay, so you don't mind paying a guy $32
I
million
don't.
that's 5-4?
I don't, because it's not all on him.
Okay.
It's not all on him.
Man, you the quarterback, man.
And y'all paying Drew all that, and the backup is 6-0.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
when we 7-2,
And Drew looked very 45-ish.
and Drew won a
Nobody
Super
want
Bowl.
to speak on that, though.
Drew have a Super Bowl ring already.
Yeah, he got that one.
Okay.
He got that one.
Didn't the Saints lose somebody this week? Pete.
Oh, yeah, y'all lost a
and just
lineman,
Pete,
man.
yeah, broken arm.
He
Yeah,
got like
surgery.
6 weeks.
What?
And just Pete.
What?
Well, yeah,
Come on, Mr. Saint, you supposed to know that.
Man, we not worried about that.
Yeah, we should.
It's the
we worried
next
about that.
man
Don't
up,
listen to
man.
Reg.
All
We all
right,
worried
next-
about that.
How many
Next
times
man
Breeze
up.
got sacked? This past Sunday?
6 times.
And we not worried about it?
No, we not. Trust me. It was a mental breakdown, Ryan. That don't have nothing to do with our blocking.
He hurt his thumb. He'll end up breaking his arm next time.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
We going to do these picks, man.
Let's get the picks for next week.
Let's get the picks out the way, man.
Please.
Let me see. We got the Thursday night game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. Who y'all got?
Steelers. Mike Tomlin been coaching
That's
them
a hard one
boys
to pick,
like.
man.
You know what? The
Cleveland?
Steelers and the Browns?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm going Browns, baby. They got Kareem Hunt now.
I'm going Steelers. That defense
I'm
playing
going
real
Browns.
Tomlin got them boys playing.
What can Brown do for you?
I'm really on the fence. I need to pick. I want to say Cleveland, but I don't believe in Cleveland like that.
Give me the Steelers with the way that defense playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably end up picking Steelers.
What can
I'm on the
Brown
fence with
do
that.
for you,
Next
boy?
game, this is the Sunday game starting at 1 o'clock. Falcons at Panthers.
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 Yeah, Panthers.
Falcons not on the roll. They just beat the Saints.
Cowboys at Lions.
Lions.
Lions at
Lions.
home. Lions
Cowboys.
at home.
Moving on. Next game, Jaguars at Colts.
Who's that?
Jags coming
I'm
off the
going with
bye.
the Jags
fresh.
'cause Nick Foles
come
coming back.
Yeah, Nick
Is
Foles
Brissett
back.
playing?
They say he
think
might.
Brissett-
They say he might. I don't know.
If Brissett plays, I'm taking Indy. If
What's
he
wrong
don't,
with
I'm
T.Y.?
taking Jags.
Anybody know what's wrong with T.Y.? He's not playing?
Yeah, T.Y. have a hamstring problem.
He been having hamstring problem the last couple of years.
Colts anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, we got Buffalo at Miami.
Oh, I'm taking Buffalo.
I like Miami on the upset.
Buffalo.
Fitzmagic.
3 in a
Miami
row.
not going for 3 in a row.
Buffalo.
Miami, man.
I
Fitzmagic.
Let it be said, I told y'all last week Miami was going to win.
The
That
only-
was the upset pick of the week.
I picked that coach. That coach lost too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Me
he
and you,
did. He
we
did.
tag team on that.
He like.
And they
but I
gonna
don't
beat-
think Dolphins going to win.
They gonna beat Buffalo this week.
You think so?
Yep.
That division.
That's a
huh?
division matchup.
The division. huh?
Fitzmagic, baby. Let's go.
I'm going to roll with Buffalo on it. Texans at Ravens. It's going to be a good one.
Texans and Ravens. I'm going with.
In Baltimore.
I thought
Oh,
it
it's
was
in Baltimore.
Houston.
I'm sorry.
It is in Baltimore?
It is in Baltimore.
I'm going with the Texans for the upset.
Not me. I'm going
In Baltimore, I'm
I'm
taking
going
Baltimore.
Ravens.
I'm taking Baltimore. If it was in Texas, I'd take the Texans. But
I'm
in
taking
Baltimore.
Texans.
Let's go
Deshaun
Ravens.
Watson plays everywhere.
Let's go Ravens.
Broncos at Vikings.
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 All right. Jets at Redskins.
Ooh, toilet bowl.
They playing Haskins this week. They announced that earlier in the week.
Jets.
They played him last week.
That's the
He's
Cooley.
Haskins ain't
starting the
ready.
rest of the way out.
That's the
Jets.
Cooley Bowl.
I'm gonna go
Haskins
with
ain't
the
ready.
Jets.
And I'm taking Jets because of the defense.
Yeah,
Jamal
Jamal
Adams
Adams.
gonna have like
Did
2
y'all
picks.
see Jamal Adams last week?
He been balling.
that dude
Defensive
literally
player of the
took
week,
the
man.
ball.
Took over the game.
You seen how he took the ball from that dude?
He took the ball from him.
Like whoa.
Saints at Bucks.
Tampa Bay
bounce back.
Buccaneers, baby.
Bounce back Saints.
Jameis Winston and Mike Evans and Godwin.
He got 2
I heard
receivers in
Lattimore
the
didn't
top
practice
5.
today,
I'm taking
too, man.
Bucks.
Saints all day, man.
Lattimore didn't practice today, so I
Yep,
don't
and
know what he's
Lattimore
dealing
probably
with.
not gonna play.
Cardinals at
Saints
49ers.
missing offensive lineman.
Niners.
The
49ers.
49ers.
49ers. You seen that defense, Reg? We was talking about that defense last week. That defense was official this week, bro. Yeah, it was. They called like 4
Shout out
fumbles.
Kyler Murray for going to watch LeBron play last night.
Wait. What defense was official?
San Fran.
The one that Seattle just beat?
That San Fran should have won if the rookie kicker wouldn't have shanked it.
It's no shoulda won. That Seattle beat.
Man, if
Niners, man.
If you
Man,
watch
don't
that
tell-
game and
don't
couldn't
tell me
tell
that-
San
don't-
Fran
I don't
defense was
wanna-
good.
I don't want to hear nothing about San Francisco
Bengals
defense.
at Raiders.
Raiders at home.
That boy carve them up, man. I don't talk about their defense.
I don't think the
Raiders.
Bengals going to win all year, honestly.
Ooh, they might be tanking.
They ain't got no receivers. They quarterback not there.
And the Raiders not bad. I'm taking Raiders.
They defense not
Yeah, I'm
good
going
at all
Raiders.
either. Lord.
But they do have a good defense, though. Oh, joke off aside.
Who you taking, Miss Whalen?
I'm taking
49ers.
Raiders.
Oh,
Raiders. Okay, everybody Raiders.
Raiders.
Patriots at Eagles.
Pats.
Eagles.
I need New England to beat the Eagles.
I'm going.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
going
going
Pats,
Pats.
too.
Nah, I'm going to go Pats,
Patch
man.
fresh off a bye.
All right, Bears at Rams. Rams look. Boy, I don't know what's wrong.
I'm gonna go Bears to take this one and put both of them teams.
The
at
Rams
500.
just offense just ain't looking good. there.
Ty
That's
Gurley ain't
because
the
they're
same.
not running the ball.
Ty Gurley can't
They
run.
offense,
Brandon Cooks out.
They offense is predicated on
But-
running the ball
and-
so they could do play action and all the quick
saying,
stuff.
And saying that, the Bears offense look worse. Rams.
I know. I'm gonna go with the Bears defense.
I'm going with Aaron Donald now.
I'm going Rams.
I'm going Bears
I'm going
because
Bears.
the
I'm going
Rams
Bears.
looked terrible last
But
week
the Bears
against
just don't have no offense.
who the Rams played last week.
The Monday night
The
game,
Steelers?
y'all.
Yeah, the Steelers.
Monday night game, we got the Chiefs at the Chargers. That's going to be another good one.
That would be a good one. I'll go Chiefs, though. I don't think the Chiefs going to lose again.
Nah, me neither.
I mean, not this week, but.
And Phillip Rivers didn't look good last week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs on that one also.
Poor Phillip Rivers.
Chiefs.
Poor Phillip Rivers.
Who you got, Mr. Whalen?
Chiefs.
He don't like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Not really. I wanted to pick the Chargers right there, but nah.
All right. It's unanimous, man. Well, that's it for NFL. Unless y'all had anything on injuries or anything like that?
No.
Not anything that's really notable.
I was asking about the T.Y. stuff.
T.Y., Andrews Pete.
And Brissett.
Okay, college, man.
Brissett should come back, yeah.
Let's get into it, because we had a big game this weekend. We had a lot of...
we basically had the national championship, I call it.
A lot of argument.
Go Tigers.
So let me just run through the scores real quick, and then we're going to hop into it. You had number 1 Ohio State beating Maryland 73-14. Number 10 Florida beating Vanderbilt 56-0.
Like we were supposed to.
Playing a bunch of doctors and how you say the red
doctors, lawyers, judges
with helmets on.
Number 25 SMU beating East Carolina 59-51. Number 20 Cincinnati 48-3 over UConn. Number 19 Wake Forest loses to Virginia Tech 36-17. Number 6 Georgia 27-0 over Missouri. Number 15, Notre Dame, 38-7 over Duke. Number 17, Minnesota. Minnesota making a play to try to get in that Final
look good.
Four, too. They beat number 4, Penn State, 31-26. Number 12, Baylor, staying undefeated. They beat TCU 29-23. The game of the week, everybody was talking about it. We're going to hop into it into a few minutes.
Go
number
Tigers.
2, LSU beating number 3, Alabama.
It was a good
46-41. Number 16,
Yes,
Kansas
sir.
State losing to Texas 27-24. Number 18, Iowa losing to number 13, Wisconsin 24-22. Number 5, Clemson. They just straight shellacked NC State 55-10. Number 9, Oklahoma. 1-point win over Iowa State, 42-41. And number 22, Boise State beating Wyoming 20-17. So I know what we want to get into. I know what we about to get into.
Jalen Hurts don't look that good when he play good teams. I just want to say that.
As long as he get drafted, I ain't worried about none of that.
We still got the bet on, huh?
As long as he get my money.
Yeah, if Lamar Jackson keep doing what he doing, he gonna get paid.
So before we get to LSU, let's show Mr. Taylor some love. Florida, 56-0. I got a still clip for you. They went ahead holding that number 10 spot. What you got to say?
We got out there and did what we had to do. The defense only gave up 77 yards passing and 51 rushing. So you're looking at 128 yards total
Y'all
offense.
gave that much up to some doctors and lawyers?
128 yards. We got 1 fumble, 2 INTs. I think one of the fumbles went back. The fumble went back for a touchdown, and we started the week at number 10. Even after the blowout win over Vanderbilt, we dropped down to number 12. So
They running back ran a 4-4 to the emergency room.
Man, we got Missouri coming up this Saturday,
Don't
10
sleep on
o'clock
Missouri.
Saturday morning.
Don't sleep on Missouri.
I think Missouri like 5-4 right now, and their quarterback gonna play. Drew Lock gonna play. So.
You serious, Missouri?
Don't
Yeah,
sleep
well, you know
on,
Drew Lock was supposed to be a top
don't
quarterback.
sleep on Missouri.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a battle.
Watch
It's
this.
SEC.
Now the game everybody was talking about.
Yes, sir. Go Tigers.
LSU,
Go Tigers.
Alabama.
Yes, sir, man. Number 1. Shout out to the LSU Tigers. Number 1 in the country. We went to Alabama. It's been 8 years since we beat them, and it was even sweeter going over there at their house and knocking them out the park.
I'm not gonna lie. I picked Bama. this week.
Speaking of Bama,
it was pretty much a must-win for them.
Speaking of Bama, don't you have something for me?
I got you.
Don't you have something for me?
Yeah, Joe Burrow got out. Shout out Joe Burrow.
Show me the money.
Speaking of Joe Burrow,
Show me
Joe
the
Burrow,
money.
393 in the passing yards, 79% completion,
Put that up there.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, bro.
Yeah.
So he had a great game.
I tell you what, I looked at some stuff between him and Tua. The stats were so compatible. Tua threw the ball 40 times. Joe Burrow threw the ball 39 times. 4 touchdowns for Tua, 3 touchdowns for Joe, 418 yards on a bad ankle for Tua,
Oh, my
and
God.
393 for Joe. But on top of that, Joe had about 66 yards rushing. So shout out Joe Burrow.
Yeah, man. Thank
He
y'all.
put on a Heisman clinic that night.
And he won it after that.
Can I ask a question?
He won it.
Thank y'all for doing the LSU segment. I appreciate it, fellas.
I mean, the comparisons were so compatible.
Do y'all believe?
Well, look, hold on. Before you ask your question, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 20 carries, 103 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also made that run at the end where he broke those tackles and pretty much called the game at that point.
He had some big time receiving yards too.
Yeah, and like Waylon said, Joe Burrow had 64 yards on 14 carries. 14 carries for Joe Burrow. And then Jamar Chase, 6 catches, 140 yards and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 79 yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 9 catches for 77 yards.
And a touchdown.
Thaddeus Moss, 6 catches for 46.
Which
Terrence Marshall, 2 for 45 and a touchdown.
Thaddeus Moss for catch of the year.
Oh, yes.
Now
You got Moss.
Catch of the year.
You got Moss. Did y'all see the video I sent y'all Sunday morning when he put his son, Randy Moss put his son on it?
He put him on there on Sunday and on Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
You got Moss.
I'll tell you this, though, on top of the comparison with the quarterback, the running backs, both of the number 22 running backs, Najee Harris, he ran 19 times for 146 yards, and he had 3 catches for 44 yards, and a rushing and a receiving touchdown. So the running backs was going at it, and the quarterbacks went at it. So good game to watch.
And the score don't really tell it because this started off. Alabama scored off a punt,
and
they scored off a bogus play when Stingley was getting a play call from the coach, and when he looked at the sideline, they hiked the ball. The receiver passed right by him. So
Alabama was playing catch up the whole night.
Exactly, and they lucky they scored 13. It was supposed to be 33-0 at halftime.
The 85-yard touchdown in garbage time at the last minute was
exactly.
Little stat pad.
Yeah, and also
LSU with a dominant win.
Also, our cornerback. One time the coach was talking to him on the sideline.
Stingley. And when you look at them, they hiked the ball. The receiver
they
run
snapped
by
the ball and took off and
60-something yard touchdown.
on him.
So.
But that's a rookie mistake.
No, it's not.
Because
when they showed the replay, he was pointing at the coach and saying it's your fault.
Yeah,
I'm locked in. Don't talk to me.
I know,
and when I look at them,
I know. But if you're on the field, you keep your eye on that player. Even you can hear your coach talking. You don't have to look at him whenever he's talking.
In college they hold signs up, and that's a big thing. So
that wasn't no sign they was throwing up. They was just talking to him, and he turned his head to look in the middle.
They were switching a signal.
He turned his head to look in the middle of a play. He still have to keep his eye on the receiver.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, it was a good game to watch, and I'm looking forward to the playoffs.
Go Tigers.
I had a question now.
Go ahead.
What you got?
Are these NFL teams still tanking for Tua, or are they tanking for Joe Burrow?
Joe, easily.
Tua banged up anyway, so it ain't really a fair comparison because they know he banged up. So
even if he was a banged up, you got to take Joe. You got to take the NFL type quarterback.
Who y'all think gonna be the better talent prospect?
Joe, man. Joe just looks so NFL already.
I like what Joe doing. I mean, the offense is catered around his abilities, and he's doing a good job.
Like watching Joe, he literally reads everybody. Like you could see him go through each read, and it's just.
I mean,
it looks NFL
even if you say, you know what, because like Waylon showed, the passing was similar, all the yards and everything. Even if you do that, go head on and go to the other parts of his game and break that down.
Exactly.
And I think that where Joe gonna get him, Joe gonna get him in the ability to be able to extend the plays and actually get yards downfield. Because Tua extend plays, but Tua kind of stay around the pocket and extend plays and pass. Where Burrow gonna go down there and he gonna get the yards.
Joe is actually running the NFL offense right now.
Oh, he is. That's what I'm saying. So NFL.
So he gets a head start. Once he gets into the league, he's already kind of NFL ready.
Exactly.
I like Joe.
Easily.
What else we got on college? I think we're on time.
Let me see. We got Chase Young. We didn't even talk about him real quick. Let's give him a couple of seconds.
Chase Young.
People are saying he's the number 1 draft pick. Definitely, if they weren't looking for a quarterback, best defensive player in the country. He was suspended.
Yeah, he was suspended.
Because he took some money from a family friend, paid it back.
Paid it
The
back,
NCAA is wacky and crazy.
It.
We'll get into that later on.
Yep.
But he will be back for the Penn State game. He's going to be suspended one more game, and then the big game against Penn State, he will be back.
He'll be back for Penn State and the Michigan.
He will be back for that.
They got a couple big games coming. So.
And one more thing, man. UL, another victory, 7-2.
Let's go UL, baby.
Against Coastal Carolina. Let me see. It was 48-7. Lewis, the quarterback, 26 for 30, 296, 3 touchdowns. That was a great day for him. He's been playing good the last couple of games. Smith, the running back, 8 carries, almost 100 yards. He got to 99, 1 touchdown. And their receiver, Bradley, 7 receptions, 71 yards, and a touchdown. They're 7-2.
That's what's up, man.
They're already bowl eligible, so just keep
Go
winning, man.
Cajuns,
Having
man.
a great season, man.
Shout out to
Great
Coach
season.
Napier, man. Former Nick Saban assistant.
Having a great season.
Came down
man.
with the SEC attitude right here in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Shout out to them Raging
That's
Cajuns,
right.
man.
Got that program rolling.
So where we going now, fellas?
Basketball, NBA.
NBA.
Go
yes.
Lakers, baby. But Lakers back. We back.
Let's go Lakers, baby.
Well, let's show these standings.
Let's go
right
Lakers,
here.
baby.
Western Conference. Now, these standings are through last night, so the games from last night, all that is included. Lakers, number 1, 8-2. Jazz, 8-3. Rockets, 7-3. Clippers, 7-3. Nuggets, 7-3. Mavericks, 6-4. Phoenix Suns having a surprisingly great season right now.
Monty Williams.
6-4, and Minnesota Timberwolves, they're 6-4. So that would be your playoffs if it started today, which is way too early to even be talking about that right now.
Yeah, but you could keep them Lakers at the
Do
top.
you have the power rankings also?
Don't have the power rankings.
Okay.
I'll get power rankings next week.
Lakers was number 1 on the power rankings.
In the Eastern Conference,
I sent the picture.
the Boston Celtics 8-1, Miami Heat 7-3, Bucks 7-3, 76ers 7-3, Raptors 7-3, Pacers 7-4, Charlotte 4-6, and
The
Cleveland
Cavs
4-6. That would be your 8 in the playoffs if it started today.
And then whatnot, you could kick the Cavs out of there.
All right.
I like the Celtics, man. I'm telling you. I like
Lakers and the Celtics.
Eight game
number
winning
one
streaks for the
seeds
Celtics right now.
Well, look. According to the power rankings right now, as a week 4, you have the Lakers number 1, the Bucks number 2, Boston Celtics number 3, Utah Jazz 4, Denver Nuggets 5, the 76ers 6, Miami Heat 7, and the Rockets at 8.
The Heat do look good though.
And the Rockets at 8.
The Heat look good.
Yeah, y'all got to check out y'all Lakers last night. What y'all took away from that, all y'all Laker fans over there?
Well, we got Kuzma. Kuzma's in coming in nice with the offense
And Rondo, first game back, he was limited last night, but his
7 assists.
his first 3-4 minutes, he had like
4
4
assists.
assists,
Yeah,
5
4 assists,
rebounds.
In
He
like
finished
3
with
minutes.
7 assists, and I'm gonna tell you he gonna be real good for Kuzma game too.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah.
He will be.
And I'm going to
Because
tell you
he's a
like this here.
facilitator.
If the Lakers going to get to 100% of their ability, right now I say they sitting around 65,
Oh
maybe
no,
70.
they're not even that high.
I say about 65.
No.
Yeah, they still in F mode because they still make a
'cause
lot of
defensively last
clueless
night-
plays. They have a lot of holes in their
I
defense.
tell you what, the defense is coming. They coming.
Oh, they're number
it's
1.
coming
They're
on.
number 1 in blocking.
That's
like
that's
2
the
in
reason.
steals.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
we up there
reason.
in
That's the
defense.
reason they win in games because
Yeah.
of the defense.
Because they scrapping for balls.
That's Frank
so it ain't-
Vogel though. That's Frank
it ain't
Vogel
the
all
effort.
day.
That's the difference when you got talent and you got the effort with it.
And look, I said before the season started, you play basketball and you played against tall people, going through that lane, having to get away from LeBron and run into your AD or even Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee. I mean, it's tough.
Frank Vogel was brought in to be a defensive
that's all
coach.
he is.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
Frank Vogel
that's
is.
defensive
If
coach
he can
right
get
there.
them playing the good on the defensive end, it'll generate some fast breaks and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
defense into offense.
Now, what I do have, I got the points per game. Let's get into some of these stats here for a second. Just run through them real quick. Your points per game. Who's averaging the most points in the NBA right now?
Of
James
course.
Harden, 37.3.
The best 2 guard ever.
Damian
Over
Lillard
Jordan.
at number 2. He's 33. Excuse me? Well, anyway, Kyrie Irving, he's 3rd with 30 points. I heard Jordan out there. Number 4 is Greek Freak at 29.7. And number 5, Luka Doncic. They is sleeping on Luka.
I want to see that in real life. I gotta
love
go see
Luka.
him play.
Man.
I love
I gotta
Luka.
go see that
Now,
dude.
rebounds, I know Mr. Whalen already know this because he has him on his fantasy team. Andre Drummond.
Oh, you got Drummond?
Andre Drummond,
17.5 rebounds
I
game.
got both the top of those. I got Andre and the Greek Freak.
And Greek Freak.
That's a double-double in the bed.
Greek Freak.
Step out the
14
bed, give him a
game.
double-double.
Kevin Love, 13 a game. Hassan Whiteside doing good with Portland, 13 a game. And Rudy Gobert, he's got 13 a game. That's all your rebounds right there. Now, your assist leaders. This right here, people say he might be the best point guard in the league. I don't know about all that, but he's leading the league in assists, 11 assists.
He the best ever.
Y'all
He gotta
baby
be the
daddy.
best point guard.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
He's number 1.
It is not even a close.
We back, baby.
And number 2 is Luka with 9.
That's ridiculous for LeBron to be on top of that list.
By 2 whole
No, it ain't.
assists,
He got
man.
Anthony Davis and some good young talent.
It doesn't matter.
What's more surprising to me is Luka Doncic is number 2. Like the boy at 9 assists.
Why is that surprising? This boy is 20 years old and has the most ridiculous talent
did you see he was on the scoring list too? Man. He on the scoring list and the assist list.
Yeah, man. Luka Doncic is a very special. The numbers that he putting up right now as a second year athlete, they're actually comparing him to the numbers that LeBron was putting up, and his numbers is actually a little better.
And he taking the big shots in the game.
Now blocks per game, we got Anthony Davis
taking the big shots.
DPOY.
That's those shots, huh?
Oh my God.
That's those shots, huh?
Blocks per game, Anthony Davis.
You saw that up for.
I hear him.
Anthony Davis with 3 a game. Jonathan Isaac, that's the one I was telling you about earlier, Reg.
Yeah, Isaac.
Young player from
got you.
Orlando 3 a game.
Yeah.
Porzingis, he got 2 a game. Brook Lopez 2 a game, and Clint Capella 2 a game. And the last stat we got is the steals.
Well, Anthony Davis wanted to be deported this year, so
number 1 in the steals is Ben Simmons. He got 3 a game. Kawhi 2 a game. Chris Dunn for Chicago.
When he play.
2 a game. Russell Westbrook 2 a game, and Drew Holiday 2 a game. So that's your stats and everything. For anybody playing fantasy basketball, hope that could help you out a little bit.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Lakers next 4 games. We got the Warriors tonight. Kings, Hawks, and Thunder all at home. We got a 4-game home stretch that we should go 4-0.
Well, I'm watching the Rockets and the Clippers right now. Rockets about to take the game, but just now at the end, Doc Rivers he started yelling at the refs, and his son walked up to the ref while he was talking and started putting up the tech sign, and they just threw Doc Rivers out the game. When they threw him out the game, Austin Rivers, his son, was putting his hand up by his ear like a phone, telling him he gonna call his daddy after the game.
What's the score, Reg? You said you watched
102-91.
With how much time?
20 seconds.
Kawhi Leonard, the best player on the planet, baby. Don't forget it.
Yeah, it's ball game. 102.
I'm ready to see.
I don't like Kawhi because he's not gonna play tomorrow night. They got a back-to-back. You know, he lower management.
102-93. No, he actually played.
He's not gonna play tomorrow though.
And Paul George is coming back supposedly this week. Either
tomorrow.
If not Thursday, then the next game. But
he's
coming
they
back
tomorrow. He'll play.
I'm just looking forward to see the Paul George or Kawhi duo.
See how that,
should take some of the workload off of Kawhi. Kawhi's still working kind of hard.
Well, it's gonna be hard for him to
when he playing.
But it's gonna be hard for them to get a good rhythm with each other.
He had 12 points the other day.
The work on the offensive and defensive end.
You're entitled to have a bad game for. He had a bad game.
Lou Williams got the offense,
but it's gonna be hard.
Didn't LeBron had 12 points the other day?
Huh?
Like that happens. Like you're making a big deal because Kawhi scored 12. Didn't LeBron have 12 the other day?
Yeah, with 13 assists though.
Yeah, but
do something else, bro. Ryan, do something else.
But the Clippers still won the game.
But Ryan, he had 12 points after coming back from a game from load management.
Do something else.
Yeah, but they still won.
That makes a
difference. That's cool.
You're
right. Yeah, you're right.
Ferg is hating.
No,
I got to pick with him.
Waylon say he working hard. I'm just saying you got Lou Williams off the bench leading in points. So
okay, how we looking? What else we got on
basketball?
We can go to baseball.
I got a few things, man. Over the past week, we had Damian Lillard, who scored 60 points against the Nets. Yo, Nets, Ryan, last week.
Career high. That's career high for him.
Yep. D'Angelo Russell scored 52 points that same night against Minnesota and lost. Mm-hmm. And last night we had Trae Young, who scored 42 points.
42. Trae Young is the truth.
Yeah, he scores with no problem.
Yeah.
He is straight. He a pure scorer.
Something else. Celtics are on an 8-game winning streak right now.
Lakers and the Celtics lead their conferences. Somebody told me now the NBA is back right. You got Lakers and Celtics at the top of the conference.
They got to keep that up. Rockets shooting guard Eric Gordon just got news he got to have knee surgery, so he'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. Yep. And like we said, Paul George should make his NBA debut, Clippers debut.
And Zion is going to make his debut close to Christmas. I can't wait. Zion's killing me on my fantasy.
I saw they had Ingram had to have an MRI the other day. It came back clean, so he day-to-day.
Ingram had been playing ball, too.
He been balling.
He had been playing ball, too.
He averaging like 26, 6, and 4.
Yeah, he killing it.
Making the Pelicans competitive without Zion being there. So once he gets back, if everybody can be healthy at the same time, they got a nice little squad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Baseball, Mr. Whalen, what you got?
Well, the season over, but they got the awards is going on this week, and the awards that came out so far is the Rookie of the Year since we talk about it, we might as well go ahead and cap off the baseball.
Uh-huh.
Rookie of the Year in the National League. Everybody know we got Pete Alonso. That's your home run derby winner. That's your home run leader winner with 53 home runs.
We talked about him all year.
He pretty much toted the team, almost made the playoffs, probably about 5-6 games out. So shout out Pete Alonso. We'll be watching him for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And in the American League, we got Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan.
We talk about him. He kind of faded away in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
he didn't really have a good playoff.
It was kind of difficult because, once you're playing in the National League, you don't have that pitch hitter for the pitcher. So he had the DH, and you had to sacrifice offense and defense in the outfield. So, but 87 games played, 27 home runs. That's kind of
a good rookie
That's
season.
awesome.
Good
he
rookie
batted 3.13.
Promising career.
78 RBIs.
Yes, sir.
Only other thing, they had the Cy Young drop. And shout out Justin Verlander for the Astros. 21 wins, 2.58 ERI.
They gave it to Verlander.
Yep, over Garrett Cole. And on top of that, they had I think the votes was 171 to 159.
He never won a game in the World Series.
So. It was kind of close, yeah.
Yeah, Verlander. I mean,
at least they gave
don't
him
consider
that.
postseasons.
Well, Verlander threw the perfect. Well, the perfect game early. Well, it wasn't the perfect game, but the no hitter. Early in the season.
I mean, Verlander had a good regular season.
That's in the American League. Cy Young race, and in the National League they had Jacob deGrom going back to back for the Mets, and everybody know the Mets starting pitchers wasn't the problem. It was they relievers in the bullpen. So that's his second. He the youngest pitcher to do that, I think. He threw 1.89 ERA and was 11-8 on the season. So shout out them. Coaches of the year was Schilt for the Cardinals. They was 91-71, and Baldelli for the Twins. He brought them from 78-84 last year to 102-60. 102-60 on the year. So probably about a 30 game swing, and they won over 100 games in Minnesota. So
now they hadn't came with the MVP yet. That's coming probably when.
Yep, MVP probably gonna drop tomorrow or early Friday. But you looking at it in the National League.
These are your
Cody
finalists.
Bellinger, Yelich, and Rendon.
Yeah, those are your finalists. Rendon, great World Series for him. You said he could have won, maybe could have been up for MVP or whatnot.
Yeah.
Christian Yelich, he wouldn't have got hurt. He was having a great season. And Reggie's boy, Cody.
Cody Bellinger, baby.
Yelich if they'd had Yelich in the playoffs, I think that Brewers team would have done something.
Cody went watch LeBron and play last night,
I was
too.
just going to say Bellinger was at the game last night.
Henry Cejudo
in
was
Phoenix,
there.
Kyler Murray.
Yep. And then they got the American League,
League
race. Mike Trout, we know he got hurt. Bregman came on strong. And then
Marcus Semien.
Yep, Marcus out there with the A's. So that'll drop, and we'll touch on that next week.
Now, you had wanted to speak on something with the Astros, and I'm going to preface this by saying, if anybody's going to
that's later on.
Yeah, we do. We'll put that in the life.
Okay, cool. All right, well, then we're going to go.
I'm going to just run down the high school stuff before we get in there. I just want to touch on the awards on the baseball.
Real quick, before you hurry up and hit the high school, they had the Fight Night 163 with the UFC this past weekend. We had Zabit fighting against Calvin Kattar. He won in a decision in the third round. Also, Greg Hardy fought against Alexander Volkov, and he lost that fight, a decision in the third round. So shout out to Greg Hardy. I really like him fighting out there, but he took a bad L.
I can't stand him.
And then also, real quick, we have Zalem defeated Danny Roberts. We have Cadiz defeated Ed Herman. And last but not least, Ramazan beat Anthony Rocco Martin. And that was UFC Fight 163.
Okay.
But that's the UFC?
Yeah, ain't got much going on. The next big one we went over last week was coming up December 14th.
Yes, and that's the 3 title fights.
3 title fights ever, first ever. So we'll get back at
that
next week.
Yeah, we're gonna be promoting that coming up. It's in probably about a month or so from now.
Yes,
so it's kind of light right now as far as.
Yeah.
Well, what we got coming up real soon going on right now is high school playoffs, high school football.
Yes, sir.
They're cranking up.
Recapping all year, and I got a brief recap of some rankings and some matchups and what we got on the teams because it ain't a long list right now because everybody didn't make the playoffs. So this is what we got going on. The area of Acadiana had 2 number 1 seeds in the brackets. In 5A, Acadiana, the Wrecking Rams earned the number 1 seed, going 10-0. They hosting Benton. They just had their last game of the season, 45-21 over Lafayette High to finish the season 10-0. So
look at him.
Acadiana coming out there with Benton coming into town. LCA was the other number 1 seed. LCA, they got a bye week, and they just played Welsh last week, went 55-3, and they in Division 2. I mean, Division 3. You know, they got the divisions and the districts now. So they went 9-1 on the season. The only loss LCA had was to the Wrecking Rams. So shout out LCA. We had 2 number 2 seeds come out of Acadiana. And in Division 3, we got Notre Dame. They's in that same bracket with LCA.
Right.
They went 8-1. And Opelousas Catholic is another number 2 seed in their bracket, and they are in Division 4. So that's what's going on with that. Karen Crow finished the season with a big win over Westgate. That's a district rival, 35-17. And what that did with Westgate beating STM, and STM beating us, and we beat Westgate, they gave us a share of the district title, giving us a number 5 seed. We hosting Salmon this Friday. We finished the season 8-2.
Congrats.
And looking forward to seeing how far we can go in the playoffs. Go Bears.
Yeah. Congrats, man.
That's what's up, man. Go Bears.
Football.
In the next one in the area, number 6, Brobridge, hosting South Terrebonne. Brobridge finished the season 8-2. And they finished as a number 6 seed in that same bracket with Karen Crow. So shout out to our 4A teams.
Yeah.
Cecilia slipped in there. I'll touch on them. They go in the Edna Car.
Yeah.
They slip in there as a number 30
They got to go
seed.
over there. They travel in the car.
Yeah, they go to Edna Car. They slip in as a number 30 seed.
Hey, good luck, Cecilia. You're in the playoffs. Give it a fight.
One game at a time.
Give it a fight.
Como had a tough loss to Barb, 20-41.
I saw that.
So now they dropped them to a number 27 seed, and they going to Slidell.
Who?
Number
Como?
6. Yep, that's Como. They got to go to a number 6 Slidell team.
I think Como will do well in the
And
playoffs.
Como finished the season 5-5 after they lost to Barb.
All right, let's go Spartan. Let's go Spartans.
And
Kick it in gear.
Southside, they got their first eligibility of playoffs was this year. If you've been keeping up with it.
Yeah.
They finished the season 6-4, and they going to Bossier to play the number 8 seed Airline. So that's what's going on with that. Number 10 Westgate play Livonia. Number 23 and Kaplan is hosting Bossier. Kaplan finished as a number 15 seed.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
That's what we got on high school and your baseball.
All right.
All right, fellas. Well, we can go life.
Yeah,
Y'all want to
we're
go
gonna have
life?
to.
This is the life top. We talk about different things.
We got about 8 minutes. We good.
8 minutes?
Yep, that's where we at.
All right, so look, let's go ahead and we're gonna start off with Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, he got invited to Atlanta on Saturday for an NFL tryout. His representatives say that they're gonna have coaches, they're gonna have GMs. Everybody can go out there, take a look at him. He's gonna do a workout for him, and he's also gonna answer some questions, and he's gonna have an interview. Now the flip side of it is that they're gonna do it on a Saturday to where the coaches and the GMs could come visit. But the only thing is on a Saturday, these coaches are preparing for a Sunday game. And I really don't think it's 100% fair shake of how they're doing it, because normally whenever they work out an athlete, they're going to do it on a Tuesday where the coaches could come and they could take a look and view him and see what his workouts look like. It is good that they are giving him an opportunity They do have word that they have some teams that's interested in him, and if he says the right things and does the right things, then he could possibly be on a football team in the next week or two.
Well, I got a very totally different view about this. I think it's BS.
Yeah, me too.
Well, they denied him on the Tuesday, and they set up the workout themselves for Saturday.
I got a few points, and one of them is at first they didn't even let Kaepernick know this was about to happen.
No.
So when we found out publicly, this basically when Kaepernick was found out, which is BS.
Yes.
The next thing is why a Saturday? You got to think about this.
Teams
play Sunday. College games are Saturday. Them scouts not going to watch this dude, man.
No coach. You're gonna have people like on the lower tier of scouts actually go look and see. You're not gonna have no
wasting time, man. That's wasting time, man.
But
we could go watch him and relay the message if that's the case.
They are gonna have some people that are watching. I mean, the Cowboys they send in one representative, and they have a bunch of other teams that send in
Dolphins,
a representative.
If you need a quarterback, and I don't think all 32 teams.
The problem is 10, 15 GMs don't want him in the NFL, and another 10, 15 they say that they would allow him to come back.
So why is it changing?
Why is it changing?
Yeah.
I think that it stems. I think that it stems from October 10th, whenever him and his camp announced that none of the teams has reaching out to him, and sometime after that, I think the NFL was like, well, look, let's put something together. Maybe show the world.
That's why it's BS though. Why are y'all putting something together now?
I'm gonna tell you what.
Listen.
I think
somebody gonna sign him. Somebody gonna sign him.
No.
Listen to this. Just listen. Can you listen for a second?
I don't think
nobody.
Okay, just listen.
Dude,
listen for a second.
Make your point, because I got something to say on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it real quick that the NFL and Kaepernick was done with. They already paid him. He sued them. It was over with. They could listen to me. They could have leave it out the light. Period.
That's another one of my points.
But whenever they decide to bring him back like that, I think they bringing him back because they're gonna sign him. They're not gonna bring him back, do the workout on him, and then get all the scrutiny right back on him.
They're just getting him out the way to say we tried to give him opportunity and he didn't make it. Period. That's what it is.
What I believe happened was when Jay-Z got together with that deal that they made with him, I believe that was a condition in there that you got to give Kaepernick a tryout. Just like First said, you're gonna try him out on a Saturday.
Dude.
And he find out when we found out yesterday. So you got 48 hours to meet us at this location. If you can't do it, then it's not going down.
Come on, man.
So now you got to get everything ready, everything together. You're not going to have coaches, scouts, nobody. Everybody's traveling for the game on Sunday. You're being real disingenuous. Why not do it on a Tuesday when everybody knows that's your off day in the NFL?
Exactly.
Why not do it then where actual coaches and teams can actually come out to see you? And another point I want to make on it is that he sued the NFL and won. Now all of a sudden the NFL, come on back, man.
Exactly.
You sued us, you beat us, but come on.
Yeah, come on. We're gonna give it a try.
That's why I think that somebody's gonna sign him, because why would they want to bring all that scrutiny right back on him again? Because if nobody signed him after Saturday, you can't sit up there and say that all those quarterbacks in the NFL is better than Colin Kaepernick.
So?
Especially if he have a great workout Saturday.
Our job to say that.
He said that he's been working out 3 years for this.
So why didn't they sign him 2 years ago?
I'm saying Kaepernick said he's been working out the last 3 years.
So why didn't they sign him 2 years ago?
Cap said, I'm just getting word from my representatives that the NFL league office reached out to them about a workout in Atlanta on Saturday. I've been in shape and ready for this for 3 years. Can't wait to see the head coaches and GMs on Saturday. There's not going to be any head coaches over there.
What coach is going over there on a Saturday when I got a game Sunday?
Okay.
Well, listen.
And what scout is going to go there when they got Alabama and LSU and Ohio State playing when I need to see what future picks I'm going to pick?
No,
why?
That's something completely different.
Watch your back.
No, it's not different.
Just watch your back. And
Colin
exactly. They nobody
don't let them use you.
Cap and Kaepernick, I did it again. Colin Kaepernick is proven already, man. He's proven that he can play.
So why they never sign him in the last 3 years?
Where we at on the
Because
time,
they were still dealing with the lawsuits.
Okay, we got to get to the outro. Check this out, y'all. Look. If you want to check out more of this great content that we have right here, you can go to our Facebook page, the Division Podcast. We're on Facebook. This is how it looks right here. You know what I'm saying? If the computer would come on. There we go. Boom. That's how our Facebook page looks. Go ahead and check us out. You can also check us out on YouTube. Type in the Division Podcast. You can find us over there. Subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe to us. You can see all the videos. We got 30 plus videos up there, so we have that for you. And also, we have our AOC podcast. If you like AOC, Open Access channel, we're on there also for an audio podcast and also TV times. We're premiering every Friday. You're going to see this episode Friday at 6 p.m. That's when you can go ahead and check us out there. And we're going to have replays coming on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday, and Saturday. So that's our times to go ahead and check us out. So show us support.
Thanks for all the love we've been getting.
Shout out to all the viewers. We try to touch on all the topics that we got going on that's hot at the time. Kind of missed out on Ryan Astros. You know, they stealing signals and got some cheating stuff going on.
And if anybody would know about that, it would be the Patriot
We
fan.
will bring that out. You know. They using technology, so we'll
get
touch
it
on that next week.
Yeah, we'll have to bring it out next week because we're going to have to talk about this signal stealing.
So on behalf of the division, I'm Ryan G, the moderator.
Fur.
I'm Mr. Taylor.
Reggie F. Baby once again.
And we will see y'all next time. Thanks for the support. Peace.
Yes,
And
sir.
we out.
Gone.
We got to do a better job.